some new little gear here. As you can see, the warehouse is a little bit different, guys. The warehouse is a little bit different. As you can see, we don't have 1, we don't have 2, we don't have 3 or 5. We have about 20 mint, brand new, barely used, if used at all, 721s. And you know, we can't turn down a nice 721. I mean, I wish you guys could smell. I mean, look at that, still has the bubble wrap on it. You could smell the smell. It's like the new car smell, but the 721, look at this. I mean, just clean, not a speck on it. Give you guys a little backstory about how I was able to acquire these. I mean, as you guys can see from the logos and from what that one says up there, I don't know if you can read it, ice cold beer and drinks here. These were owned or used. I mean, we've got a White Claw one over here. This was Vizzy Hard Seltzer, Miller Lite. This was an idea from some company that they wanted to do vending machines, beer vending machines, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. And as they say, another man's trash is another man's treasure, or whatever they say. So we were able to acquire these for a great deal that we couldn't turn down. I mean, new, if you guys look these up, new. We do need some parts and pieces, which I can show you, because if you look at the front, it was all QR code, meaning there was nowhere to pay. So there's this custom front has no bill, no coin. It was all you scan to pay because they had to do the age verification. So they had to do age verification on here before you could buy the beer. So they didn't need, as you can see in here, look inside of this, if you guys know, this is actually the display. And these are 4 buttons for going and setting the depth and setting the price on the machine. But it has no bill, no coin, not even the return, right? The cutouts, doesn't have enough switches. So there's gonna be some money to go into these. But I mean, the refrigeration deck alone, if you try to get a refrigeration deck for a 721 new, it's well over $1,000. Well over $1,000. So, and we paid a little bit less even just for the whole machine. So yeah, we're gonna be into it for a little bit, but nowhere near the new price. I mean, a new price on a 721, last time I looked, with tax and shipping, I mean, you're looking close to $5,000 easy. So what's up, Hybrid Soldier in the house? So we were able to get these and had the room and had the space, and we're able to, one of those deals that haven't seen a deal like that ever. Let's see, working a job trying to get into the smart AI vending machine. Do you recommend buying it all at once? You're doing payments like for a haha machine or other AI machines? I don't mind payments. That'd be like asking, do you mind payments on a rental property? The main thing is if the account can produce enough sales to make the payment and you make a little bit of money. But the number one reason why people fail is they buy machines and put them at locations that don't make enough money. And then they learn that lesson too late. And they get burnt out and they end up selling the machine and get out of the business. So, but some people are like Dave Ramsey. Some people want the Dave Ramsey no debt and they just want to buy it. Either way, you can pick either way to do it. Which brings me to another point that I'm going to rant on for a second about passive income. Vending is passive income. Guys, any business is passive income. If you own 5 restaurants and you stay at home and you don't work, that's passive income. If you own a lawn care company and you have 10 guys doing your, and you stay at home, that's passive income. So this misnomer, vocab word of the day, misnomer, that vending machines are some holy grail. How do you think these machines got here? How do you think that all of this product gets loaded into these machines? How do you think that forklift operates, right? This is again, any business can be passive. That's the lowest of the low as far as the ability to think through the business. The real thing is, a lot of people want to get into it and do it part-time. So they want a part-time business that doesn't take a lot of time. And vending can be that. Vending can be a part-time kind of deal to where you don't have to invest a ton of hours. There's just someone who is in the mentorship is a firefighter, and so he has every other day off, basically. So he's able to do that on the off days. But again, if you fall into the trap of bad locations, it doesn't matter. It'll never be passive. And there's other people that say that, you know, there's the AI coolers. Guys, a cooler is great, and putting a cooler at an apartment complex isn't the newest thing in the world. Or like, apartment complexes are not some holy grail that someone has just figured out. Apartment complexes, bro. That's not the holy grail of vending, apartment complexes. Beer vending is so cool. Not sure if I would have the patience to go in after the drunk. Yeah, I don't think it really worked. Again, beer, alcohol vending, there's a reason why all these machines are stacked up here. There's a reason why all those machines are stacked up here, and it goes 3 deep on the bottom here. So, yeah. What else? We got any questions here? Just got some time. Just was recording some more content for the haha machines. I did a full breakdown of the app of the machine. So if you're thinking, you can watch that video and kind of understand how the app works. They're now integrating with Nayax and Cantaloupe. I haven't explored that a ton, but that is a great option that a lot of people like. So there's that ability. If you need them, the haha, again, I'm doing the same deal. As the lowest price that I can get them to you is what I'm doing. But if you find a better deal somewhere else, great. Okay. But legally or technically that shouldn't be possible because we're at the lowest point. But what else we got here, guys? We got anything before we order all these parts? I mean, it's probably going to be, for all these machines, 8,000 or so in parts. And parts alone. What was the main issue with the beer vending? I'm not sure. I didn't get into their whole business model of how it didn't work out. I mean, they picked a great machine. Maybe the consumers didn't. Maybe there was legalities involved, right? Maybe the state shut them down. I'm not sure. Maybe they couldn't find anyone to fill up the machines. Really didn't get into it with them. Was just trying to procure these great machines. But yeah, they all have these cool fronts, but these fronts cannot be used. So you have to buy a whole new front, which this is $239 or $300 just for the front. So if you're a Cowboys fan and you want a front, $50, you can put that in your garage. Look at them. Just new. Just new. But again, some of them are missing boards, some of them are missing some parts and pieces, so it's going to take some work to put those together. To put these 20 machines together, there is some money that's going to have to be invested. When it comes to trying to get a location, with the pitch being that it's a luxury item, do you ever do like a one-time cash offer, like $200 just for the location, right then and there? Yeah, you can do a cash offer. I'm not sure what you're talking about. A luxury, guys, you could do, it's just sales. It's trying to get a vending account is just like trying to get anything in sales. Just go, instead of paying $15,000 for somebody to tell you something crazy, just get trained in sales. And then if you need vending training, there's a course that I have is $500, not $15,000, it's $500, okay? And you can learn everything that I've spent decades trying to learn. But if not, don't buy that, buy some sales training. But we have some sales training in the program too, so it's up to you, whatever you want to get involved in. What's up? Banner Wolf is coming in live here. Appreciate you hopping on. Is a 70% margin good in vending business? 70% margin what? Profit margin? Net? Again, I have the 50-30-20 rule, which is a very conservative rule where if you want to make, you take whatever your sales is, right? Let's say it's $1,000. You do $1,000 in sales. You allocate 50% of that towards product, 30% of that towards your pay or whoever's you're doing it, and 20% towards miscellaneous. Now, ideally, you would rather have a 40% product cost or a 35%. The more you can manage your numbers and the more you can control your cost, obviously, the more money you're going to make. Okay, so that's the best way to think about it. And yeah, so let me know what other questions you got in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. We're streaming here. What suggestions do you have on the best way of hiring stockers for the machines? Well, that is a benefit of these new machines, the smart coolers. Kind of like these beer machines. Guess what? There's no cash. So obviously a problem with the vending industry, hiring someone would be what? Would be theft. Now, if it's all cashless, right? That can be a better situation. You know, but if people are going to steal from you, they're going to try and steal from you. So meaning, even if you have all coolers and you have someone and they're at an account and they're filling it and someone comes up to them and they say, yeah, if you give me $5, I'll give you 2 of these, right? Now, how on top of your product are you down? How drilled down are you on your product? Are you going to track two items each place? Okay. 2 items. So again, it comes down to trust. I mean, you've got to trust but verify. You can do pre-kitting, which means basically you could have your warehouse, you could have your inventory all in here, right? And then you have your bins and they're only taking 5 of this, 6 of this, 7 of this. And then they're supposed to submit that into the restock. Again, the numbers, if people are going to try to steal from you, they're going to try to steal from you. It would be darn right impossible to try to find $2, $3 a machine, right? That they're doing. Now, if it's egregious, when I was in the Cantaloupe University down in Miami, I talked with a controller or an accounting guy who was responsible for trying to find the people who were stealing, route drivers. And he said 9 times out of 10, what they would do is they would go around before and after that account was serviced. And what they would do is it would always be the large bills. They would get greedy, right? So they had a hunch that something wasn't adding up, but they would put like a $10 or $20 bill in the bill box before, and then they would count all the coins in the coin mech, count all the bills. They would get there right before. Say he gets there at whatever, 8 o'clock. Count it before, they knew the sales, and then count it after. And they would know the serial number on the bill, and the serial number, and that bill would go missing. So, think about that. Also talked to a big vendor in it was either North or South Carolina, huge company. They had a warehouse guy that was stealing pallets out of the broken fence in the back of their property. And the only reason they caught the person was because the secretary forgot something from her purse and had to come back, and she saw the forklift driving out towards the towards the fence. So who knows how many, think about that. That company was losing pallets. I'm talking thousands of cans of product. And the only reason they caught it was because the secretary forgot her banana bread. I don't know what she forgot, but she went back and then caught them. Yeah. So talk about crazy. Let's get back into this. Mentorship outside. What's your price for mentorship outside training as a way to be a manatee? He'll join the school, guys. I don't want you to apply for a mentorship from me until you take the $500 school course. It's like 101. I don't want any of your money until you go through that program, and then you can apply, because I can't help. I need you to have the basics, the training wheels down, and I don't want to charge you thousands of dollars for that. Okay, to give you an AI script and send you like some AI generated ChatGPT emails. Guys, you can do all this in ChatGPT that you're paying $15,000 for. What you get with me with the next level is it's more nuanced, right? It's not just cookie cutter. Hey, let's go to an apartment and we're going to put you healthy. Guys, come on. So what I would say, hillvending.com, the school, the link down below, the school group is $500. That's the first. I don't even, if not, unless you're in there, you can't apply for that. Okay? Because you haven't gone through. It'd be like going to college, right? You're going to the university and you're trying to go take graduate level classes. You haven't taken the prerequisite. You haven't taken the prerequisite course. The first course is the $500 school group. Once you've learned that, understand that, because if you wash out, if you don't like it, you spent $500, great. You didn't spend all this money trying to figure it out and do all this. Have you adopted any? Yes, we have a couple of the HaHa Smart Coolers video coming out today on the app interface and how that works. It's going to be highly informational. I did buy a pop machine, $5,000, still sitting in the back here because of the just made a mistake, guys. Guys, I made a mistake. Made a mistake getting that one. May turn around, but just haven't had. So I live in Canada, and HaHa Vending has just become available in our area, and it's revolutionizing the area. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's a good. They've been out for a while. The reason I haven't, guys, and I'll be the first to say, if in a year from now all these HaHa machines have problems and they blow up, great. Just like AMS machines, just like I bought those AMS machines, the last 4 that were in North America before they destroyed them with Sega parts. I bought 4. Now I'm turned on AMS because I'd rather you do a HaHa cooler or something else that's half the price, same capacity, half the price. But if HaHa turns out, I don't know. It just is what it is. All you can do. Or you can wait. Or you can wait and see. You can wait and see. The Lazy Samurai. Can we get a like, guys? We got people in here. We got 3 likes. Can we get the 10 likes? If you're enjoying the content. The vending content. We got all these machines out. Again, got all these 721s. These are snacks and combos. Yeah. What else do we have? How much lower should we buy products? How much lower should we buy products from its selling price? You at least have to double it. And then you have to know your area. You have to know your area. You have to know your market. You have to know your client. There's a lot that goes into it. If you're at Disney World, you can sell a bottle of water for $8. If you're at a manufacturing plant, you can sell it for obviously a lot cheaper. What's up, Nick? I'm starting an AI vending business, but lead time for new machines is 3 months. Yeah, probably because you're getting the Micro-Mart machines. Would you place the HaHa machine while waiting for the other company to arrive? I personally, right now, wouldn't pay double for the brand that you're going with right now. Also, let that brand know, Hill Vending, you should save like hundreds of dollars. Guys, anywhere you go and try to buy vending stuff, just drop Hill Vending as a promo code. I might not even have a deal with them, but maybe I do, and you guys can save some money. Cantaloupe, Nyax, the Micro-Mart, HaHa. I mean, HaHa's, I just sell them for the lowest price listed. Because again, That's not the main thing, guys. Hill Vending's main income source is not from haha machines or from the course, which is why I don't want you to buy a $15,000 course. I'd rather you pay $500, find out if vending is right for you with tried and true tested information. But yeah, if you have an account, the thing is, Nick, the account's not going to wait 3 months. Think about that. An account wants machines right now, and you're telling them in next year you'll have the machines? Okay, buddy. Well, we're going to pick somebody else. So it looks like that company blew up without the inventory, obviously. 15 likes. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Awesome. We got the 15 likes. So, yeah, haha. Again, the haha cooler, just go with the normal size model. I wouldn't get the mini because it's just, if you can fit, it's like a 5-wide snack machine or a 3-wide. You'd rather have the capacity and not use it than need the capacity and not have it. Clip that. You'd rather have the capacity and not use it, meaning fill it up, than not have the capacity and need it. Just drop straight golden nugget. If you buy the small one and the account is busy, you cannot fit physically more product in there. If you have a big one and it's not super busy, you can always decrease the amount of products that you put in there. Who else on YouTube is doing this, guys? I'm out here trying to just, oh. Also, do you need a vending machine license or permit? I looked on Google and it says something like that. Permits depend on where you're at. You need to call your local chamber of commerce, find out what it is for your area. But the main thing with vending is you're paying sales tax. You have to pay sales tax because the government does want their money. Quarterly or monthly, depending on volume. I have an office location that is insisting on revenue sharing, but they only have 100 people. Is it worth it? Because they won't budge on that. It's up to you. If you want to try it out, you can say, hey, listen, commission doesn't matter. We can do it. Okay, but the product that was going to be $1 is now going to be $1.25, and you can get your 10%. So if you want the people there to pay more, I'm fine with that. So if you have to pay commission, you have to know if it's going to do enough. Now, if the price gets too high to where the commission they want and the people aren't going to buy, then it's pointless. Or you could say once it reaches a certain threshold, once the account reaches $1,000 a month, then I'll do a revenue share. But if it's doing 100, as I'm not doing this passive income work for my health. I should just change the channel from Hill Vending to passive income. Let's see. In India, we have a QR code where we pay through. Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody's going, I think eventually that'll happen here. Cardless, cashless, Face ID scan, or at least it will be a large majority percentage of all of it, just because of the friction. There's less friction, right? The majority of all the card sales now are not actually card sales. They're this, beep, contactless, the tap pay. Tap pay. And that's, whether you like it or not, that's where it's going. Do you hire employees from a temp agency or do you put out ads? No, we don't hire that much. We just keep it in-house. And keep it secretive. And so I'm not some big, there's companies out there 20, 30, 50 times bigger. We're just a small vending company trying to help people, but I know a lot of people don't get to see on an average day. Each of these machines, $20, $80, $100,000 worth of machines in a warehouse, So you don't have to do this though. Yeah, you don't have to be this big, but those are those two brand new AMSs. The last two in North America before they switched over to all the new parts. What's up? I'll give you more than 3 likes. Should I buy new or used machine for my first one? Good question. Should you buy new or used? Should you buy new or used? Depends on what it is, depends on what your plan is, depends on where it's going, depends on if you have any other machines that are the same one. That's like saying, should I buy a new or used car? I don't know. I don't know. Do you have the money for a new one? Do you have a place that's going to be a slam dunk? You know, it's going to do $3,000 a month? Or are you testing out a place? These are all questions that you have to qualify that answer with. 34 in the 34 likes, guys. We reached a lifetime high here. Yeah, so you have to have a plan. You have to do some research on it and understand what you're trying to do. What about the Micromart 10-month wait time? Well, 10 month, somebody just said it was 3 months. So now is it 10 months? Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we got a problem. 10-month wait time? Yeah, well, that might be the downfall. You can't wait 10 months. No. Because someone else can just come in and take it. Think about this. You have a business and you want a service. Are you going to wait 10 months for internet? What other service would you wait that long for? You wouldn't wait that long. 10 months? That's incredible. Do you buy any get one, 2 or 3s at a gas station? Do you do any buy one, 2? No, we don't do any of that. We don't do any promos and any of that. We just sell it. What do you think about drop shipping? That's what we're doing with the haha coolers. We're drop shipping them to you. So I like it. I don't mind drop shipping. I don't know anything about e-commerce or drop shipping. The course is worth every penny. Invest in yourself. It pays off in dividends. What's up, Bray94? Michael Bray, I believe. Yeah, guys, just get the 500, and then if you need to do extra, but please don't pay $5, $10, $15, $20,000 for someone telling you they're going to find. Guys, they're just using AI and ChatGPT. Just Google, go on ChatGPT and get a membership, and then Google your question, and you'll save $15,000.75. Okay? It's just, yeah. Do you do profit sharing still primarily just with vending machines and locations without? Most of them, the majority of them were without until recently. Do you have mechanics for your machines? Yes, I have someone who a couple days a week can handle any issues. It's not that I can guys, everything on a machine is pretty much plug and play. If you have basic, it's all just plug and play, meaning there's a screwdriver, you unplug, you reseat. The main thing would be refrigeration deck. If you have a refrigeration issue, you know, you have to be able to do refrigeration, which is a skill that I do not have. But again, it's the reason why these are 20 Vendo 721s. That means they have exactly the same setup, exactly the same. All the refrigeration decks are compatible. I could pull that refrigeration deck out of here and put it in any of these. So the more streamlined, the more focused you get on your business, on your machines, the easier it is to work on. Let's see. NPC in the house. What's a good rate? What's a good rate to pay for a route if the machines are not involved? There we go. We're back. Someone tried to hack our live stream because they're trying to get us banned, guys. Don't let them get us banned. We're back. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, guys. We're here. We're back. They tried to hack us, but we're not going down because I told you, you don't have to spend 15. You don't have to spend 15K, guys. Just go on ChatGPT and ask your question. Create me a contract for a vending location. Create me this. All right, we're back. Okay, we're back. If the route is perfect, you would pay 1 times gross sales, yearly gross sales. Meaning if this machine and this machine were on a location, it was doing $20,000 a year in sales, the most you would pay would be $20,000. If they take those machines out, which those are quality machines, let's value them at $5K each. Now we're down to $10K, and we're not getting the machines, and we're just getting the location. I'd have to see. I don't want to give you a specific number. I'd have to know the parameters. I've always thought new was worth it. Yeah, a lot of people, that's like people who say, you know, they buy a new car and keep it for 10 years because they don't want to deal with it and it's under warranty. Before I buy my first vending machine, should I rent some garage or warehouse for vending machine? No. Where are you going to put the machine? What are you trying to do? I'm a CDL truck driver, deliver products. Do you hire truck drivers to do the route, or do you just outsource like a gig app? Because I was thinking you could just run around myself eventually. Okay. No, guys. I don't know who's told you that you can just go on Craigslist and hire people to go fill your machines. That's insane. Think about it. You're gonna have you have all this money coming in with all these machines, and you're hiring somebody on Facebook Marketplace to fill your what? What are we even talking about? You're hiring someone for 15 bucks an hour to take care of your machines and fill your machines and understand how to reset them and care and deal with customers because you're hiring them off of Craigslist? No, that's a terrible idea. I'm not saying you can't find people on there, but no. To think you're gonna run an empire doing vending machines with someone on Craigslist part-time to just come in and you're gonna trust them with your cash, with your product, with your customers, and with your machines. That's ludicrous. That's absolutely ludicrous. Do you recommend the Haha machine? Yeah, which one's the Max? Is that the double door? They keep changing the names, guys. They have them the Pro, then the Ultra, then the Max, and this. That's why if you're interested in one, you email me your name, what you're looking for, and your number, and we can reach out because maybe the tariffs change. This is the most updated sheet I have. The 620 CT, yeah. 528. Yeah, I'd have to measure that out. Again, the main thing with these you have to be aware of with the coolers is the height is larger, and you do have to tip them to get them through doorways. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. Here we go, we're back. Are the smart AI machines multiple temp? Can you have a freezer and cooler items at the same time? No. For outdoor location, do you install outdoor machines? We have one outsider. It's an AMS outsider. It's like that. The thing is, you can put any of these drink machines outside. They're rated to be outside. You cannot put any of the snack machines or the combo machines outside because they're not rated. Humidity, heat, all that. You would need one that is specific. It has an extra insulation. It's beefier, right? There's better, it's built to withstand vandalism, but also those now are like $10,000. So it's crazy. What is the most and main overhead in the business? Your product cost. What's up, Bander CC? Is it necessary to have someone responsible for maintaining the machines in case they break down, or how they are typically paid on a monthly basis? Yeah, you would need to know. Again, a lot of this stuff is basic repairs. Once you learn it, you'll know it. It's just like moving machines. When you first start, you're going to pay someone to move your machines, but then after that, a lot of people get their own trailer, or they figure out how to move the machines on their own to save them $150 moving machines, it adds up when you can do it yourself. At an apartment complex, do you put phone chargers and Tide Pods in your haha vending machine? Would I put phone charge? The thing about apartment complexes, the problem is they're getting everybody hooked that apartment complexes need all this shit. When you live at an apartment complex, you go to the store and buy your stuff. Now, if it's like a college environment or there's like a cluster of people or there's some, but if it's a garden campus spread out and thinking that you're going to have one cooler and they're going to come here, they're not even going to know that you have a charger in the machine. But this is all trial and error. You can try different things, right? But if you're in your apartment, right, and you went to the store and you have your stuff, then you're going to go downstairs. It could be. It just depends. Some apartments, now it's 1,000 people and you can get a flyer out and you can let people know that we have drinks down here, blah, blah, blah. The main thing with apartments is normally they try to put them in a back area that people don't have access, or that a lot of people don't see, the visibility's not there. And then you have kids. You got vandalism. You got teenagers who have nothing to do on a Friday night, Saturday night. So they're trying to mess around, rock around, open the machine, shut the machine off, play games. Let's see. People need to stop shortcutting the work. The business is the work. If you're trying to build a successful business, the vending course already shortens the learning curve. There you go. Yeah. Right. Just like I say all the time, if you're going to go be a truck driver, an 18-wheeler, they make sure that you have a CDL. You have to have proper training and certificates. But a lot of people think they're going to Top Gun it and just get a machine. They're going to make all this money. Okay. Well, swag on out there and see how you do, Swaggy P. I love what you're doing, watching from Cameroon. What's up, Cameroon? What should I keep in a vending machine? Oh, 56 likes, guys. We reached our limit. We're gonna do a couple more questions here. What should I keep in vending machines placed at an IT park complex? The same, just normal stuff, guys. Try it out. I saw one video, they just completely loaded the machine with what they thought was gonna sell. Guys, test it out. Put a few of every different little item in there. See what the sales are. Monitor it. And then adjust. You're not gonna, you have to switch it up sometimes. But yeah, you would go in with your traditional, if it's an IT part, what's the demographic of people? Is it males, females, old people? Are they there all day? Do they want energy drinks? What's the demographics? We out here. All right. Should I first establish my company and then look for locations to place the vending machine? What I would say to that, yes, you need to find a location first, because what's going to happen is you're going to get analysis paralysis, and you're going to want to make sure that you have your LLC and you have your this and your that and your this and your that. Just go out and start talking to people. Just go out and start talking to people and find out if they're not happy. Because I guarantee if you get someone who's interested, you can get all that set up within a day. Okay? Or a week. You can get everything you need to be done in a week. Okay? What's up, Josh? Appreciate you hopping on. I'm holding it together. I'm going to hold it together, tripping. Yeah, actually, I've got a haha video coming out today. It's going to go over the app interface. I mean, we've had no issues. We've had no issues with them. Again, I preface it by saying 6 months a year. If things change, we'll let you know. Right now, the problem is I've heard some people say 3 months to get a Micro-Mart machine or 10 months to get a machine. So if you have an account and you think they're going to wait 10 months, plus they're double the price, plus haha now integrates with Micro-Mart or with Cantaloupe and Nyack, I don't know. Haha seems to be the cheapest, best cooler currently. Not saying that tomorrow Vendo could come out with one and it could change. But right now, haha's leading the way. Okay. All right, guys. Appreciate you hopping on. We got up to 58 likes. Thank you for this world record stream. We are out here. Stay tuned for more videos coming. If you have a question that I didn't answer, drop it after this post and I can check it out. But remember, most importantly, until next time, keep your drinks cold and your snacks fresh.